Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with an update from Denver 7. We're following breaking news overnight in Denver. Police called in the SWAT team to search for a gunman. It all happened around the Summit Ridge Apartments near Quincy and Tamarack. That's just north of 225. Police say around 10 last night, a man was shot and critically hurt there. Police never found a suspect, but say this is an isolated incident, so the public should not be concerned. The victim is expected to survive.
The search continues for two drivers involved in two separate serious hit-and-run crashes over the last 24 hours in the metro. Denver 7's Micah Smith is in Arvada today at 64th and Sheridan, where a 14-year-old was hit last night.
Police tell us the 14-year-old victim was seriously hurt but will recover. This hit-and-run crash happened around 9 o'clock Sunday, and Arvada police say the driver was in a black Toyota sedan with tinted windows. Police say the driver took off going north on Sheridan. This is the second hit-and-run within a 24-hour time frame. One person was killed in a three-car hit-and-run crash on Colfax in East Denver around 3:20 Sunday morning. Police say the victim died at the scene and another person was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The suspect ran away from the scene. These two hit and runs are part of a larger disturbing trend we're seeing throughout the Denver metro. I want to show you this map from our news partners at the Denver Post. Denver has had more than 2,800 hit and runs reported so far this year. On average, the metro is seeing 547 hit and runs a month and about 18 a day. And Stapleton is the neighborhood with the most hit and runs. Stapleton has had 136 incidents so far this year. The Baker neighborhood has had 113, and 5 Points has had 107 hit-and-run crashes this year. In Denver and here in Arvada, we'll continue to follow up with police, see if they have any leads on the two drivers responsible for these latest hit-and-runs. Reporting in Arvada, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Since the passage of the controversial oil and gas bill this legislative session, Front Range cities and counties are trying to figure out how to adapt to the new law. Well, this morning, Weld County commissioners meet to officially bring oil and gas regulation under their control. Weld County is the biggest oil-producing county in our state. With the local control of the industry, oil producers in Weld County would face no new regulations, regardless of new rules brought forward by the state. This morning's meeting is at 9.
It may be a little less painful to fill up your car on the way to work this morning. The average price of regular grade gas has dropped 9 cents over the past 3 weeks. The national average is now $2.84 a gallon. That's 17 cents less than we were paying a year ago.
As we talk about rising health care costs, Colorado is trying something a little different called reinsurance.
Our state has just finished its application to the federal government to set up a reinsurance program. Denver 7's Nicole Brady is here to explain how this would work.
Reinsurance is supposed to lower premiums on the individual marketplace, which is how 250,000 Coloradans get their health insurance. It's sort of like insurance for insurance companies. Under reinsurance, the state picks up the cost for the most expensive patients, so insurance companies can keep their premiums lower. Analysts believe a reinsurance program in Colorado will lower individual market premiums by an average of 21% statewide, and this is expected to be particularly beneficial in rural parts of the state. 14 counties in Colorado have only one insurance company on the individual market, so premiums in those counties are significantly higher.
The concept of reinsurance has been very beneficial in a few other states, and I think it could have a very positive impact for Colorado consumers.
Denver 7 went 360 on the issue of reinsurance earlier this year. Those against it were primarily worried about the cost to the state. It's estimated this could cost the state between $76 and $135 million a year. And because federal money is involved, it needs federal approval. Once the state's application is approved, though, it should be ready to start a reinsurance program next year. Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
We have two Contact 7 consumer alerts this morning that could impact meals you give your kids. First, Tyson is recalling 190,000 pounds of chicken fritters. The company says it's finding hard plastic in some of the bags. Nobody's been injured, but the food was distributed to some schools. And also this morning, the FDA wants to get rid of some frozen berries under the private selection brands from our freezers. It found possible hepatitis A contamination in routine inspections. This particular label is sold at Kroger and King Superstores. We have the specific UPC codes to be on the lookout for right now on the denverchannel.com.
New rankings today are confirming something all of us here in Colorado already know. Our state is a craft beer mecca. 5 Colorado cities made the top 20 in the nation for breweries per capita. Market research firm C&R Research put out this list. Boulder was the top Colorado city, coming in at 4th with 14 breweries per 50,000 people. Denver, Fort Collins, Longmont, and Loveland also made the list. Colorado ski season is finally about to wrap up. If you still can't get enough of the slopes, though, A-Basin is your only remaining option.
So this weekend was the last for Breckenridge and Aspen, leaving A-Basin as the last standing resort. A-Basin plans to keep its runs open on weekends through June 23rd.
Above average snowpack is leading to a rare phenomenon in southern Colorado. Denver 7's Ivan Rodriguez traveled to a very windy Medano Creek, where people are riding waves next to the sand dunes.
Good morning. I'm standing right in the middle of Medano Creek. Its length and its width is something the National Park Service says they haven't seen in years. The phenomenon has piqued the interest of hundreds who have waited up to an hour to get inside the Great Sand Dunes National Park. The National Park Service says the amount of water running through the creek is due to precipitation, snowpack levels, and wind.
The last time that it ran this way was in 2015. Our scientists here at the Great Sand Dunes have noted there's a pattern that about every 7 years or so like that, we'll see a stream flow that's like this.
I think the water surges are going to be probably one of the strongest memories because they're so unique.
Well, today they were getting pushed over by them.
Yeah, because when you go out in the middle there, the strongest surges, it's almost knocking them over.
The National Park Service says they expect the flow to peak soon. Once it does, they say it will recede shortly after. Ivan Rodriguez, Denver 7.
So today, Ivan travels to Lake City in southwestern Colorado to see how they're preparing for the spring runoff and potential flooding there. Here's a look at exactly where that is on the map. Lake City has a unique challenge, too, in that the river runs right through it. Lisa is here with a look at our sunny forecast today.
It's beautiful, and that is exactly what we were fearing. Obviously, as things start to warm up, we're going to get some rapid snow melt in the mountains. Today is going to be one of the warmer days compared to yesterday for sure. Beautiful blue skies there over City Park and a lot of sunshine across the state. We started this morning off in the 40s. It was a little chilly, but we'll get into the 50s here through early morning, and then 70, right around 70 by noon. Highs today between about 75 and 78 degrees, so it's going to be a nice warm up today and a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. Mostly sunny today and pretty close to that normal high of 81. We have Broomfield at 77, Littleton today at 80, and in Aurora you're going to hit a high right around 75 degrees. So it's a nice afternoon. Tomorrow, 70s again. Now here within the next couple of days, pretty quiet weather. We'll see those thunderstorms, the afternoon storms, hold off until a little later in the week, which is good news, especially if you're heading to the Rockies game this afternoon, this evening. First pitch is at 6:40 and will likely be at about 72 degrees by the start of the game. Dry conditions and low 60s by the end of it. The Cubs are in town, so it's always a pretty big and busy series for us at Coors Field. 78 on Tuesday, and then a chance for an isolated storm or two on Wednesday. Later in the week, though, that's when we'll see a better chance for some late-day thunderstorms, especially starting on Thursday. More afternoon storms and potentially that risk again for more severe weather. We had some large hail this weekend. That could again happen later this week. It will also get quite a bit warmer. We'll be in the low to, it looks like even mid-80s both Thursday and Friday, with you guys some 70s. And again, more afternoon storms this weekend.
Thanks, Lisa. This may get you eager to book a trip today. Amtrak is offering buy one, get one free tickets, but the sale ends today. You can see some of the specifics right there on your screen. Tickets are good for trips between August 1st and March 31st of next year. The deal is only good for roomettes and bedrooms, so make sure you and your travel buddy get along well.
Well, you may have noticed an addition on your Google Maps screen.
The app now has a live speedometer. It appears in the lower left corner. It can be turned on and off in Google Maps navigation settings. However, it is not fully functional with Android Auto. Tonight, right here on Denver 7, the Toronto Raptors could win their first ever NBA championship.
They have dominated the Golden State Warriors so far with a series lead of 3-1. Tonight might be a little bit more difficult, though.
Warriors star Kevin Durant may be returning for tonight's game in Toronto. Yesterday, he practiced with the team for the first time since his calf injury a month ago.
Thanks for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great Monday.